Hello, my friends. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to another episode of Talk Fluent. My name is Sarah, and today we have a short, simple story for you. This episode is part of our quick listening and shadowing series. You can follow it anytime, on the bus, in the kitchen, or while walking to school or work. Today's story is about a small moment in someone's language journey, a moment that helped them feel braver and more confident. As you listen, try to speak with me. Repeat each sentence slowly and clearly. This lesson is made for A1 and A2 learners. The language is easy, clear, and friendly. So take a slow breath, relax your shoulders, and let's begin the shadowing practice together. 2 years ago, my life felt empty. I woke up every morning, but I didn't feel excited about anything. I had work, but it didn't make me happy. I talked to people, but I didn't feel close to them. Everything felt quiet inside me. One cold evening, I came home early. I sat on the floor and looked around my room. Nothing was wrong, but nothing felt right either. I picked up my phone and scrolled for a long time, but it didn't help. Then I noticed a small box under my desk. Inside, it was an old English workbook from when I was a teenager. The pages were yellow and soft. I opened it and saw simple exercises and my old answers. I felt something warm for a moment. I remembered that learning English used to make me feel alive. I liked repeating new sounds and understanding short sentences. I didn't become fluent back then, but I enjoyed the feeling of learning. That night, I whispered to myself, "What if I try again? Only a little, only 5 minutes." So I searched for easy English listening on my phone. I found a short lesson with slow speaking. The teacher talked clearly. I understood some parts and I didn't understand others. But it didn't matter. I repeated the sentences quietly. At first, my voice felt strange. But after a few minutes, I felt calm. My mind stopped running. My heart felt lighter. The next morning, I listened again. 5 minutes. Then, the next day, 7 minutes. Then, 10. I started to remember new words. I used them when I talked to myself. I'm tired. I'm happy. I need water. Small phrases, but they made me feel strong. After a few weeks, something changed. Not my English, not yet, but me. I stopped waiting for perfect days. I wasn't scared of mistakes. I enjoyed learning, even when it was slow. English became a small friend in my pocket. When I felt sad, I listened to a short English story. When I felt bored, I watched a simple English video. Every time, I learned something new. A word, a sound, or just a new feeling. One day, I was sitting in a quiet cafe, at a table near the window. 2 travelers were speaking English. Before, I would never talk to strangers. I always stayed quiet and looked at the floor. But that day, in the cafe, something felt different. I took a small breath, smiled, and said, "Hi, are you traveling?" My voice was soft, but it was enough. The travelers looked at me and smiled warmly. We talked for a few minutes about the city, the weather, and their trip. It wasn't a long conversation, but for me, it was a big step. When they left, I felt a warm light inside my chest. I thought, this is what learning a language can do. That moment taught me something important. Learning a language is not only about words or rules. It is about courage. It is about opening a door. It is about feeling connected to the world. Now I still practice every day, only 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes I shadow short English lessons. Sometimes I read easy stories out loud. Sometimes I record my voice and listen again. I don't study because I must. I study because I enjoy the feeling. English is not just a language for me anymore. It reminds me that small steps can change your life. It reminds me that I can begin again anytime. All right, that's the end of this simple but meaningful story. Now try repeating these easy sentences with me. I enjoy learning English. I enjoy learning English. I feel more confident now. I feel more confident now. I told myself, maybe I can try one more time. I told myself, maybe I can try one more time. Now let's practice some short phrases together. I felt unsure. I felt unsure. I didn't know my next step. I didn't know my next step. I tried again. I tried again. I felt strong. I felt strong. Thank you for joining another episode of Talk Fluent. I'm Sarah, and I'll be with you again in our next shadowing session. Until then, keep practicing, keep improving, and trust the power of small steps. See you soon. Bye for now.